Hi, this is Claire from End of Life Concierge. And recently I've been sharing with people what I do, and quite often I get really different reactions. Recently somebody just looked at me, his jaw dropped, and he sat back and he was like, "That's so depressing." And he said, I don't know how you can do that. And you know, I responded like, I can hold a lot. And it made me think a little bit more about death and whether it is depressing for everybody or just some people. And recently I watched a documentary called Grief Walker about Stephen Jenkinson, who, as most of you know, he's the author of the book Die Wise. And I want to read you what he says about depression and dying. He says, "I believe that depression that is misdiagnosed all the time does not come from the fact that we are dying. It comes from the fact that we are dying here in the West. I'm adding in the West now. It comes from the fact that we are dying here now." And when I thought on this, I think he means that we're dying here in the West now, in this present day, in this present moment. He continues, guess what is not true? That people are depressed the world over about dying. But our recipe for dying without feeling depressed is to not know you're dying. Why should dying be news to anyone? If you have your feet planted firmly on the earth, who has to tell you you're dying? What's going on? And so my interpretation of this is him saying, across the world, other cultures celebrate dying as they celebrate birth. It's part of the natural process. They have rituals, they have burial sites of their ancestors nearby, which gives meaning to their lives, and they see and are with the body, so when it comes to their time to die, they know what to expect. And a lot of these things we don't have here in the West. They're denied from us. We're very separated from where our ancestors are buried. I mean, even one generation. And so I know I've moved like 3 countries, 3 continents, you know, so far removed. And when he talks about why should dying be news to anyone, how I interpret this is him saying, when we're born, it's a given that we will die. And I can understand what he's saying to that degree. There may be I don't personally know Stephen Jenkinson, but knowing parts of his work, I know there's probably 10 layers of meaning beneath how I'm interpreting it. But it's just some food for thought, and be open to the chance or the opportunity, even if it's very slim, that dying may not be something that needs to be depressing. If you just allow a crack in the door or a crack in the window for the opportunity for it not to be depressing, it shifts something slightly. Okay, that's all for today. Until the next video.